aged more than 50, so that's this 16 plus these 8 plus the last 4, which equals 28, and there are 90 adults in total, so it's 28 out of 90. The probability that I'll choose one of them. Cumulative frequency is the running total, so I start with 4, then 4 add 28 is 32, then add the next 30, 62, add the next 16 is 78, add the next 8 is 86, add the last 4 takes me to 90, which is the number in the question. I'm going to plot this onto the cumulative frequency graph. So 30 with 4, 40 with 32, 62, 78, 86 and 90. And we join them up dot to dot. Anybody over 65? Well, here's 65 years. Go up to our cumulative frequency graph and across. And I want how many people are above that, which is 8. Let's check whether the calculator will do this for me. 0.000451. There you are, our calculator's done it. 4.51 times 10 to the negative 4. Just type this into the calculator, remembering to use the times 10 button at the bottom. Negative 4 gives me 325,000,000, which in standard form is 3.25 times 10. I want the dot to be here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places from the end. Right, we need to do FOIL on just the first two. So x plus 5, x subtract 3. Firsts is x squared, outers negative 3x, inners positive 5x, and last, double check on the calculator, positive 5 multiplied by negative 3 is negative 15. So I put this together, I've got x squared, negative 3 add 5 is positive 2x, subtract 15. Then I'm going to multiply that by my extra bracket. So everything in the first bracket needs to be multiplied by the second. So I'm going to do x squared times x, which is x cubed, and x squared times 3, which is 3x squared. Then 2x times x, which is 2x squared, and 2x times 3, which is 6x. And then I'm going to do negative 15 times x, which is negative 15x, and negative 15 times positive 3, which is negative 45. Just need to tidy up. So I've got an x cubed, I've got positive 3 plus 2, so that's 5x squared. I've got positive 6, negative 15, so that's negative 9x, and a negative 45 on the end. So I want to find D, so D matches with the 9, and it's on the same cup as the 8, which matches with the 12. Opposite of divide by 9 is to multiply by 9. 8 over 12 multiplied by 9 is 6. Now the A to B lengths is 12 to 8, which simplifies to 3 to 2. We're going to work with volume though, so it means we've got to cube those. 3 cubed to 2 cubed. 3 cubed is 27, 2 cubed is 8. And we're told the volume of B is 160. So I've got 27 to 8, and I'm told B is 160. So what's that been multiplied by? Multiplied by 20, so I'm going to do the same to the 27. Gives me an answer of 540. So the ratio of the areas is P to Q, so the lengths will be the square root of P to the square root of Q, so their volumes will be the square root of P cubed to the square root of Q cubed, and this is weight is proportional to volume. So we need to work out what happened. So it's been multiplied by W and divided by the square root of P cubed. So I've got the square root of Q cubed multiplied by W divided by the square root of P cubed. It's not very elegant. To the power 8 means I'm going to multiply the same thing 8 times over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Root x times root x is x. Same for this pair. Same for this pair. Same for this pair. So I've got 4 x's multiplied together, so that's x to the power 4. Opposite of divide by 3 is to multiply by 3. I've got to be careful when I do my multiplying that I multiply both bits. So 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. Negative 2y multiplied by 3 is negative 6y. Then I want to get all the y's together, so I'm going to move negative 6 so it becomes positive 6. The opposite of add 6 is to subtract 6. And finally, the opposite of multiply by 10 is to divide by 10. So y equals 9 over 10. Or I might have written 0.9. I need to get all the g's together, so I'm going to move the gh to the other side, making it minus gh. So I've got g minus 1 minus gh. Anything without a g I want to move away, so the opposite of subtract 1 is to add 1. So I get g subtract gh equals 3h plus 1. Then I can factorise out g, so I've got 1 here and negative h there. And then finally I divide by the bracket.